So we got the Jammer Derby.
Yes.
Right, let's kick off with that. Arsenal take on Liverpool. Majestic and Alan Pardew will be taking your calls straight after the game. That's from 6:30 on Sunday. It's the biggest game of the weekend. It's the 4:30 kickoff, the Jammer Derby. What do you think? What's going through you? I mean, you played for both. You're a Liverpool fan. There's so many different strands to this because of the injuries and suspension that Arsenal have got. Yeah. Liverpool are going into it with they've got injury problems of their own, not as significant as Arsenal. Arsenal, the home team, they're on a little bit of a, I don't even know wobble's the right word, to be honest with you, but you feel like this could be a good time to play Arsenal.
I think this is the best time to play Arsenal.
Right, okay.
No, there's no hiding it. There's no ifs and buts. This is the best time.
But we don't. So we don't think that Saka's going to play, do we?
No. So that in itself is huge. Odegaard is. We've seen how much of the creativity side Arsenal are missing with him not there, and we know the stats when Saliba's not playing. Yeah. That's a big loss. And Calafiori's came in and has been fantastic. Yeah. So not having him as well is huge. And then
four starters are missing.
And then Timber.
Yeah, and he might have been starting as well, Timber, because he was playing. He was
starting.
He
was starting. Yeah. So they've four starters. So five. So Saliba, Odegaard, Saka.
Look at your face grinning. Look, you're horrible.
Timber.
Horrible man.
What was I missing there?
You're so.
No, that's four. Saka. That's five.
Look at you.
So, and that's not just 5 players. That's 5 key players. Yeah. So let's flip that. Yep. That's equivalent of Salah, Van Dijk, at the moment Gravenberch, Trent.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Now, you playing one of the top teams with that team, the players missing. Right. You're like going, ooh.
Yeah, okay. Ooh. Well, Liverpool have got off to an absolute blistering start, right?
11 out.
Yeah, it's not,
10 out of 11.
They've not quite been the same team as they were under Klopp. They're measured. Defensively, they get bodies back. That's the one thing that impressed me under this slot team. How disciplined they are when they lose possession. Yeah,
under Jurgen, it was a bit chaotic at times. It was end to end, right? You attack, right? We're going to attack. If you score, it doesn't matter. We're going to try and score 2 or 3. Yeah. Where now it's controlled. It's controlled chaos. It's more playing through the midfield. Where before it was like, let's get up to the main guys and let's attack. Yeah. Now, like I said, it's we'll go through the defence, slow play about, go for the midfield, then work our way through. We don't score, okay, we'll take it easy. And I think what I'm seeing more now is Liverpool are not giving away as much chances as they were under Jurgen.
And that comes down to the structure of the team. Gravenberch, you made that point there. But we saw Curtis Jones the other day, what the shift that he put in defensively and also so offensively as well. So he's got them working as a unit, both going forward and defending. So give us a prediction.
Come on. I'm seeing this as a... Look, Arsenal are still a great team, so I'm thinking 1-0. It's still going to be tight.
Arsenal?
No way, Liverpool. I'm seeing a 1-0 to Liverpool.
Right, okay. As I said there, Madge and Pards will be taking your calls straight after the game. That's at 6:30 on Sunday. Everton take on Fulham. Updates that game. The phone in with myself and Numbnuts O'Hara. That's at 5:30. Fulham had a good start to the season, mate. Yeah. Everton are getting better. Everton haven't lost a league game for a month.
Yep.
By the way, I know there was an international break in there, but it's still, I think this will be quite a tight game, this one.
I think there's not going to be goals in this. I think this is going to be... I can't see Everton conceding at home. I think they should, at the moment, I think they've turned that corner.
I think so, right?
I think they've turned that corner now. Like you said, they've not lost in a month, and I think they look more solid. So I'm going with this one with a 1-0 Everton.
1-0 Everton?
Yeah. Okay. Because don't forget, they're not a team that's flourishing with goals.
No, they're not.
This season as well.
No, Fulham had a good start as well. Everton have turned it around, but like you said, their updates of that game will be during the phone-in with myself and I'm not so hard. That's from 5:30. And a game that I'll be at on Sunday at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea entertain Newcastle. I think it's the game we can win, Gemma. We've now got back Reece James, Lavia, who I thought was outstanding against Liverpool.
He was.
We got our big dogs back. Even though we played midweek, he rested everyone. So he's got 2 teams, Maresca. He's got his team for the Carabao Cup and the Conference League. He's got his Premier League team. And he can afford to do that because the strength and the depth of our squad is actually pretty big. So he's doing all right at the moment, Maresca.
No, he's doing fantastic. And look, Chelsea, now we're seeing all the chaos that was going around, all the amount of players that you've bought. Now we're seeing the fruits of that labour. Now we're seeing, as Maresca's been, ruthless and cut the deadwood that he didn't need. And now we're seeing it all come together, and they look a great team. So, and going forward, strength and depth is there. You're bringing on people when the team's tired. You bring on Neto. It's
Felix.
It's the players that you can bring on. And Cuckoo.
Just a quick. I want to ask you about Enzo Fernandez, right? Because the double pivot, if you want to call it that, was Lavia and Caicedo. They played brilliantly well together against Liverpool. Where does Fernandez fit into that? And who do you leave out? Because unless you play a free...
Unfortunately, when I saw the team sheet and it was Lavia and Caicedo against Liverpool, I was hoping it would have been Enzo. If they play like that, unfortunately, I can't see him getting in the team.
Well, it's a big decision for
and that's a very big decision.
It is.
Because your captain, well, he's not your vice captain.
Yes, he is. But Reece will come back. Another problem, when I say a problem, Jadon Sancho, Trent played brilliantly well against him. Didn't get any change out of Trent at all last weekend. Just wonder whether he might mix things up on that side.
Well, look, we'll talk about Trent's defending, but that has improved massively.
Yeah, no, he played well, played really well.
And, Jadon's going to come up against Trippier, who's probably not as quick as he once was. And so I think he'll probably maybe stick with him at home as well. But, yeah, you've got options.
What about Newcastle? It's been a reasonably good start to the season. Last time out, they had a bad defeat. I think they got beat away at home to Brighton, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think the results are better than they've actually played. I don't think they've really played. I think they've had a good outing against Man City. But apart from that, they've not really had a convincing display. No. Yes, they've won some results and got the 3 points, but it looks better than what it really is. They're missing striker. They're missing Isak. They're missing Callum Wilson. They really are struggling to score goals without them. Anthony Gordon's been playing as the striker at times. So if they're not fit, then I can't see Newcastle win.
He started last time. Livramento played it right, but so that might well be what he goes for. But no doubt about it, if they both turn up and put in the sort of performances they're capable of, it will be a really good game, because those Chelsea-Newcastle games tend to be that way. Any thoughts on that? You know where we are, 03717223344. As I said, updates in the Sunday session with Sam Matterface from 2 o'clock. Final game we're going to look at, West Ham take on Manchester United. We're going to talk about this game a little bit later on. Big game for both managers.
Massive.
Hey?
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to this game.
Who is it more damaging for, the defeat? You've got to say Ten Hag, you would have thought, wouldn't you? But if Ten Hag gets a defeat, but if West Ham lose another home game, or lose another game,
you could vouch for both. It's just as bad. It's just as bad. Yeah. Especially with Fenerbahce getting a result. A draw. Yeah. So we know Ten Hag's under the cosh, but I think West Ham will turn up, because after that drumming against Spurs, they need a reaction. But I know they've lost a key player in Kudas, but I think that they're gonna, Lopetegui's gonna have to rally the troops at home, and we know Man United are really struggling with a lot of injuries. This is a weakened team, and I think Dalot may be injured as well. Not Dalot, Lindelof may be injured as well. So this is a good time also to play Man United. Okay.
West Ham, give us a result.
I'm going goals. I'm going goals in this one. I think it's going to be open. I'm going to go 3-2 West Ham.
Wowzers, big game that one. And Chelsea-Newcastle, didn't get your thoughts on that. Up Chelsea.
I'm going to go 2-1. Up the Chelsea. Yeah, 2-1 Chelsea.
Up the Chelsea.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.